Friends, it's Dannie. Thank you for joining me. Let us check in. Please, before we get started, I just need everybody that's here now, everybody that comes later, anybody that slides through, if you just pop on, hit the thumb. Just do it for me. And if not for me, do it for God. And if you can't do it for one of us, why don't you comment below and let me know why you're here? Hi, friend. Good to see you. Y'all, I'm tired, so I'm just gonna crank out a quick one because I'm probably not gonna be on in the morning. Because I asked it. Yeah. We got opportunities to seize, right? Um, and so definitely, I'm getting the energy of seizing the time, taking advantage of, the gift that is the very present moments that we have. What do I have to spend right now? What's available right now? That's interesting. I was thinking about that. Gratitude goes a long way. Being thankful for what you have, seeing how it provides what you need. Okay. Emphasis on needs being provided right now. No room for doubt. Just trust whatever situation it is. You need anything at all. I just heard God's got your back with the star card. Wishes granted. Definitely seeing wishes granted with these two cards showing up on the bottom of the deck. Definitely following some grief, releasing the guilt, the shame, maybe even for what one has, where one is. For some of you, it's being single. Maybe you don't have anything to do with your time. Maybe all you have is a seed. That means, I think a mustard seed when I think of a seed, which is a really small seed, um, indicating that it's not a lot. And it's kind of like, I need you to grow in a sense. And that's really faith, because I don't have anything to lose. And I'm not even talking about finances. For some of you, it's yourself. All you have is the fact that you believe in you, and somehow you'll figure this thing called life out, and learn how to take care of yourself. And it's kind of like, that's her make God bust, but it's like receive that, that response from whatever the source of your life, health, and strength is. Um, See that outpour in your life in some way. Like abundance is what this feels like. And it's wealth on a deeper level. It's, because I have my health, because I feel good about who I am, because I know who I am, because I am that I am. I love that, and it loves me back. I just heard it's a promise. It is. So I kind of feel like this is interesting because I got a few energies, okay? Get a lot of channel messages. Somebody, I don't know who, somebody's getting cussed out, okay? I'm not entirely certain exactly how this is going to go. I was trying to figure out the scenario, but I was getting a lot of jumpiness. So it makes me feel like there's just kind of maybe even a lot of tension in just various areas. And I kind of feel like it's all in different places. Tension is here in this scenario, tension is on a different area in the next scenario, but it's definitely like I'm hearing a compilation. So I kind of get the energy of like patience wearing thin. I can wait, but I'm tired of waiting. That's two, that's seed. Like I don't really have much patience for, things not actually growing. It's that type of thing, right? The way you love yourself, you take care of yourself. You know what you need. You know what love is now because you have first loved thee. Interesting, huh? Okay, Three of Cups. Well, I'm glad it to stop. All right, that Knight of Cups comes in for a lot of watery energy. Okay, gotta be a little bit careful of that. I'll be honest, I don't know exactly how I feel about that. Sometimes when I see that much water, it will make you settle for less than what you deserve. And when I say that, it's because, this is kind of the inverse of gratitude, given that all things have a positive and a negative. The inverse of gratitude is where you're so thankful that you settle, you become complacent. There is no reach, there is no desire for more. It's simply complacency. It is kind of like lackadaisical, not caring. So some of you just be careful when you're making your decisions. make sure that's not the mode that you're in. Make sure you're exercising discernment. Make sure that you're really kind of lights on when it comes to reality checks. What is the truth? What is not the truth? Because I really feel like there's going to be I'm getting like blaring alarms sounding. And I don't know what that looks like for each of you, but I kind of feel like you guys have already heeded this call for many of you. Some of you still may be in a position where you're, just waking up, and that's okay. The reality is that we all are in some area. Um, but this feels like a wake up call. So I just kind of feel like for whomever that applies, just make sure that you are, I kind of feel like being upstanding, keeping your commitments, keeping your promises, being true to your word, being true to who you say you are, being authentic. Because I'm seeing the Five of Pentacles here. Yeah, I'm hearing the word lackadaisical. I'm hearing no more. So if there was kind of a lazy energy around you, I feel like you're getting this wake up call. This is almost like a jolt where I have to do something. I get like a spring forth into action. For some of you that maybe experience a time change, whenever that comes, I'm not sure what the date is, but that may be a significant time for you to actually manifest from the energy there of time, literally fast forwarding. And I feel like you'll be able to actually do some time travel. For those of you that have interest in that, I feel like um, check it out. I feel like it's a good time for that because I really kind of so I'm getting like some Great Depression vibes out of this. But obviously there are people who capitalized off of the Great Depression, and there are people who obviously, had a lot of loss, suffered a lot of loss from the Great Depression. So, you know, there were definitely two very starkly different sides. So it makes me feel like you, in whatever situation it is that you are in now, have the ability to, um, I'm hearing the word resolve. So maybe someone wants to resolve something. Um, I kind of feel like I'm also hearing dissolve. Um, Something is not worth what someone thought it was, is what I'm getting. And this could be a situation, a person. Um, I feel like there was a bit of naivete in this situation. I kind of get like maybe someone was gullible, or it doesn't have to be. It can just be that someone was open hearted, they were sensitive, It's just when your inner child is freshly healed, sometimes you feel like this, and it's not a bad feeling. But if you're not careful about what you're giving yourself to, your time, your energy to, your very being or essence, then it's easy for you to get to something that when we think about the inner child, it's literally like a child. So if you think about this kid, children have no idea, when they're just not well in, they're not naturally well informed of the value of maybe money, resources, people, time, things like that. So when you think about how a kid will literally waste time doing nothing, or how a kid would spend a crazy amount of money on something that has absolutely no value, um, that's what I mean. When your heart is in that space, then it's, sometimes you can be a bit gullible if you're not remaining grounded. But that, again, I feel like is a result of that water. So I don't feel like there's anything bad here. I just feel like be aware right now, because this inner child is at the top. So I'm be honest, for many of you, I feel like there's a little bit of hurting, okay, in whatever way that looks like. It's sensitivity. I'm sensitive right now. And not to the point where it's like, fragile, or I'm here unbreakable. So I don't think like you're broken per se, but definitely meek, the meekness of a child. And that's perfect for manifestation. But there are people who prey on people like that. And when if you're you have that's why you have to constantly be aware of where and who you're giving, like I said, your time, your money, your any resource to. um, Even your name, your reputation to. What are you, attaching, or how are you defining yourself? Is kind of the energy that I'm getting, and be sensitive to that. Okay, not necessarily to how it makes you feel, but it's kind of like if you had to write down, a descriptor of how you are being with the decision you're making, like right now. Would that be, one that is reputable? Is that one that um, could you get a reference or be a reference? You know what I mean? For credibility, based on who you're being right now, is really that is the energy that I'm getting. Um, so I feel like that's going to be important to focus on. Also, I'm hearing money back. I keep hearing this. Some of you need to, I just heard, do a better job, and maybe even invest more time in solutions to be able to recoup funds. Because I'm kind of getting, some of you have a lot of money sitting that can be in like apps that you don't even use. It can be like recurring charges, subscriptions that are not significant. Look, cancel the channel membership. Y'all can just make a donation. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? When you have it, whenever. But any subscription that's just kind of collecting, and it's like, because I know, look, lots of things like that. But it's really looking at, what have I been giving my time to? Where have I been investing my energy? And what is the return for that investment? And if it's not returning, it's like, don't be simple minded, is what I'm hearing. Don't be simple minded. Be willing to, take a step back and then reassess where, maybe some other arrangements need to be made. So I kind of feel like, some of you who may be in a situation like that, where I kind of get the energy of restructuring some things. Be willing to do that, because I do feel like there are, there's a lot of, I kind of, for some of you, there's a lot of eyes on you. And when I say that, that can be like in a number of ways. For some of you, I'm kind of getting like, some of you have lines of credit, and there are eyes on you, like in terms of your, your creditors looking at your, like stability, your payment history, your income. I kind of get things like that. I'm also kind of getting like, somebody's looking at, um, for somebody's watching like your, I kind of get, I'm hearing the word cadence. Yeah, I just kind of feel like how you move, like how you operate, like where you, this could even be how you spend your time, what you're doing, some of you, this is investments. I kind of get like somebody asking a lot of questions, in-depth questions, like personal questions. They want to, at least. So I just kind of feel like, make sure you do what you say you're doing. Make sure that you pay your obligations. For those of you that are doing that, um, I feel like if someone comes to you questioning you, I kind of get like, this feels a bit humiliating. You know what I mean? Um, but I feel like, whoever feels like that, where it's a bit humiliating to be questioned in such a way, and it doesn't have to be financial. Like it reminds me of like, it's like if somebody feels like they're being interrogated, I kind of get like an interrogation, an interview, somebody really like asking like really wanting to be invasive with their questions, semi holding back, but really struggling to do so. Okay. And sometimes if people feel like you don't, if it's like if they don't think you know your rights, then they will ask more questions than they're actually entitled to. So I just kind of feel like, some of you too, like based on what you're, whatever you have going on, be careful whose questions you answering and whether or not it's, truly lawful for them to ask. And whether or not, because I kind of think some of you need to consider your privacy, Um, also, don't feel ashamed because all that happens is it's almost like when what you say checks out, it demonstrates your credibility. Okay, it just shows how credible you are. Um, I'm also hearing believable, so I just kind of feel like don't feel naive, don't feel kiddish if that's somebody that's on here. Just know that when it checks out, it's just going to make you appear, I just heard, as a stronger candidate. So maybe some of you are applying as a job, and for a job, for some of you, it could be your work history that perhaps is being looked at, or I just kind of get like somebody's checking you out, somebody's looking into you. Not sure entirely what that looks like, but somebody's looking into you. I kind of get that this is someone who doesn't know you. Um, However, I feel like, you know, there is a desire to maybe even get some information they need from someone that's not giving it to them. That could be the case, or from a situation that just hasn't, um, returned anything in a sense. Nonetheless, they're going to be asking some, it feels like pretty detailed questions of you. And for some of you, this has to do with a spouse. Okay, this could be a spouse, someone that you. It doesn't have to be a spouse. It's someone that you either are committed to, or I do feel like have an entanglement with. This could be someone that you work with, someone that finances a project for you. Is someone that you have spent time or invested resources in, okay, or has done so with you, or this could be the consideration that could be why there's this line of questioning. Nonetheless, it feels like right now it kind of gets like you're both on the fence about, maybe even asking any questions, or just kind of going forward. This is a relationship or like some sort of partnership. I'm really seeing all pentacles. Although it started off watery, it may have been a situation that was like love related or emotionally involved, but perhaps has just kind of turned into more of a material thing, like somebody was materialistic, somebody's worried about image, somebody's worried about, maybe money or something like that. That's what it looks like. Somebody's worried about status, something like that. Um, I'm hearing the word worthy. So maybe someone felt that I kind of get like an energy as somebody looks down on somebody else. They felt like they weren't worthy or weren't deserving, or somebody could have been made to feel that way. Um, anyway, if that happened, whoever felt that way was definitely asking questions. I kind of feel like ready to discuss it. And I kind of get like a hottie person that just kind of stuck their nose up in the air, like, I don't have to answer your shitty ass questions. What I just heard. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of feel like something like I just heard tanked. So I don't know. It's like somebody just ran out of fuel. I don't have. It's like I don't have time for this. I don't have energy for this. Um, that's what this feels like. Somebody just like I just heard ticked off. So maybe somebody got mad, and I just kind of feel like things literally changed. I could get like overnight. Um, it's almost like though I kind of feel like somebody started half in. I kind of feel like there was a sense of starting with the short end of the stick. I'm kind of getting like somebody getting half their pay, something like that. Like somebody did not get their half. Somebody was due, they were owed half and they didn't get their half. So it's like one person paid, the other person was like supposed to, oh, I got next, is what I heard. And like they never paid, is what I just heard. So I don't know if somebody was supposed to get next and they didn't get next. They didn't. They didn't. I kind of feel like somebody, whoever this is, they might be looking back at it now because I feel like somebody's in a different place. I kind of feel like somebody's in a different frame of mind. And I say that because with this magician here, this person has more, somebody has more resources than what they did initially. Um, I'm not sure how that changed, but I'm definitely seeing that somebody has more resources at their disposal than were initially had. And so now that they have, I kind of feel like maybe even invested the resources. Um, it's like somebody gains, I just heard like magic. I kind of get like somebody gets like a gains a power seat, like magically. I don't know what these resources are. That could be finances. Because I'm seeing here the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Two. I told y'all, along with the King of Pentacles. So we got money on the board. Like I just heard, it's plenty of money. There's not a shortage of money. There's not. Wow. That's interesting how the light just went out. I'm just going to leave it out because I'm not worried about it. But there's definitely money. Somebody is like, there's a masculine that's coming in, if not already there. I kind of feel like there's already somebody that, I don't know. I'm just kind of getting the energy of somebody that like talked down to somebody, like literally treated them like, I'm kind of getting like scum of the earth, like there was a little kid and I can talk to you however I want. I don't care about hurting your feelings. Like somebody yeah, I just kind of get like somebody has been looking at somebody like, I'm hearing the word putrid. I really get that somebody's stuck up. I don't know who's stuck up, but somebody's very stuck up. It's like it's raunchy. The way this person was made to feel. And this the thing is that this King of Pentacles knows that, which is why I feel like the Emperor is here. Because the Emperor is obviously he's above the King of Pentacles. So that's what makes me feel like the King of Pentacles, I just heard the King of Pentacles is actually a middleman. So while the money is there, the King of Pentacles is the middleman. It's almost like he's just the figurehead or the spokesman. He doesn't really have any control over the finances. He's just there to look like he does. It's kind of like a title for the sake of the boss not getting called every time. But the Emperor is definitely here. So there is a masculine. There's somebody here who's, I kind of feel like maybe looking the part, saying they're the part, but then there's someone who actually is the part. Okay. Um, Keep in mind, this could be the same person, two different sides of them. Okay. Could be a side of them that is stuck up. You may be seeing another side that is actually going to take accountability or responsibility, maybe even for being stuck up. For some of y'all, that's the case. And just because I say masculine doesn't mean it's a man. That can definitely be a woman. Okay, a woman who is like, a King of Pentacles is usually one who is a breadwinner. Earns the majority of the money, or even if not the majority of the money, it's a woman who usually has like a lot of education, or she has like some bomb skill that she does. It's like, I think about people who just do nails like really, really well. They're just, they do these beautiful designs. That's kind of like something that's unique to them. Nobody else can do it the way that they do it. They are King of Pentacles because that's how they get their bag, and they literally rule that domain because they've mastered, their art innocence in that space. So I'm just kind of getting like somebody that's like that, actually, like, it's almost like, I'm not doing that anymore because now, I'm gonna step up and now have maybe even teach other people or have people work for me. Um, there is a transition that's taking place, okay? But it's happening like magic. So it makes me feel like for some of you, you were this King of Pentacles, and maybe you were talking about it at one point, and maybe even, putting a bit more grit, or maybe even increasing, some of you increasing your investment, giving more than what you normally get, and seeing that return begin to, I feel like a return that was missing begin to come in as a result of you applying more of your energy to some things that it's almost like, if this is the image I want to portray or the persona that I want to yield, I need to make this stick. And so putting some more grit behind it. And as a result of doing so, I feel like the last card out for outcome is the Four of Wands. I'm just kind of getting some incredible benchmarks being met. Those of you who have business goals, objectives, benchmarks galore. Really, just getting through all of those checkpoints is kind of what I feel like. Some of you, I'm seeing race cars going around the trail. Some of you, that's time lapses that are happening. With that world card, remember we talked about time, being able to manipulate time. Some of you are being granted that ability to be able to manipulate time, and things that normally take longer, you're literally shaving years off. Some of you, it's shaving the age off as you continue to be in this space of the inner child. Don't let anybody humiliate you or make you feel small or insignificant, like you don't matter, like you're not worth it, like you're not worth the time, like you're not worth the energy, like you're not worth whatever investment it would take. Don't let nobody make you feel like that. That if you feel insignificant, you better think again. Better wake up because you're part of something way bigger. Step into your sovereignty, okay? It's time to look up, okay? Some of you have been looking out for a masculine. It's time to look up, to the masculine. That means you raise your chin up, you hold your head high, and know that this capability is within you. You don't need somebody external to you. And as soon as you accept that, that's when the ass is going to appear, okay? It's just the way that it happens. So don't worry about that. Worry about being who you're supposed to be. I am that I am. That's what the Emperor energy says. I am that I am. Aries could be significant. But when you are, that's when they, in a sense, will be. But you have to be first. That's why we said, be the change you wish to see. It always starts in you. And if you're being that, trust me, it's going to reflect. Has no choice but to reflect. Reflect. I think it's interesting how the lights just went off. And now we're sitting in the dark, right? Are we enjoying ourselves? I wish you guys would give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. Can I get more thumbs? Thank you. I appreciate you for that long thumb. Oh, there's two of them. That makes me excited. Thank you. I appreciate you too. Do I have my fave five in the building? Can I get my fave five? we're going to clarify these major arcana, and then I'm going to let you guys go because, again, I got to get some rest too. It's just obviously with lights out, there might be spirit like, look, we trying to tell you, you got an early morning. You're going to regret it. Okay. Yeah, some of you, there was a blockage. It was a blockage. I believe that came up in our messages earlier. But that's what's being healed. It's like someone gets the resources to actually, I kind of get like if there was some bleeding, somebody gets the resources to stop the bleeding, and whatever that looks like. It's like somebody gets extra tools to be able to do a job that they couldn't do before, or somebody, it can be a number of things. Like if I'm a bread maker and somebody gives me a whole bunch of free ingredients, well, I'll go bake some bread. Somebody might be baking bread. They got the tools to be able to, okay, I deserve break bread as well. But it allowed them to stop the bleeding in some way. I'm also hearing the word cauterize. So something has been, I just heard plugged. Okay. Something has been plugged. This could be someone has been plugged in. Um, Somebody is just so I am kind of getting the energy of a handyman. Somebody's a fix it. Like that's just who they are. Somebody is a fix it. Tell them what to do and they will, I just heard they'll just come out and fix it. Somebody can fix anything. Okay, somebody is some of y'all with these resources that you're coming into, you're being healed of issues with rejection, is the message that I'm getting. If somebody has had issues with rejection, you're being healed of that. You're being healed of that. I just heard you don't care anymore. The emperor doesn't care though. He doesn't care if people reject. I have my own empire. I care if you don't like me. You know what I mean? The emperor does not mind. Okay. With this empire is going to come a plethora of choices. Okay. A plethora of options. Okay. Some of y'all, this is a position, it is a promotion. And with the promotion, you're going to have a ton of options. Okay. I kind of get like you're the visionary. I just heard you figure it out. So I feel like, oh my God, you're about to lap, 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 lap. Make sure that you're compensated for your time if this is a job. Make sure you're compensated in accordance with whatever it is that you're given dominion over. Okay? You really need to count up the cost, your time, what you're investing, and make sure that it's going to be worth it. For some of you, you need to look at your vision and say, does this support my ability to actually complete my vision? That's including if it's a person. It may not be a job, it could definitely be a divine masculine. Okay? I just heard your better half. Whether a man or a woman, this could definitely be your better half, actually stepping up to be just that. But you're going to have to make sure you're clear about that. I kind of feel like I just heard some testing. So I don't know if somebody's going to get tested. Some of you, that could be in significant. Um, I'm also feeling like you're just going to be putting that person to the test. Okay? You're going to be putting this person to the test, making sure that they're authentic. I kind of get it, making sure that their actions, their words, that everything lines up. Okay? I feel like that's important to you. Okay? Um, I'm just getting again, choose wisely. Choose wisely. Because I kind of get for some of you, someone's going to try and sell you a dream. I don't know if this has already happened, if it's whoever this is that maybe, like I said, kind of treated someone insignificantly. Um, but I just feel like choose wisely, um, because I kind of get somebody is trying to sell a dream, and they're whoever this is really good at it. They're good at selling dreams. And when I say that, I kind of get like use pictures. And when I say that they use pictures, I really mean that they're very indirect. I kind of get like diversion tactics is what I'm hearing, but using references versus actual occurrences is kind of maybe an indication of someone who's trying to control the narrative or the storyline. So I just kind of feel like look out for some. I'm kind of getting the energy of pop ups, some things or some people that just kind of pop up, maybe even wanting to start some confusion. When you become an emperor and you begin to rule, that's just, it comes with the territory. It's part of the domain. For those of you on a new job, obviously this could be people that are confused. I don't know how you got the position. There's always one who, felt like they should have gotten it. So just be, I kind of feel like on the lookout for things like that. Again, it comes with the territory nonetheless. um, you're headed towards, I kind of feel like some sort of check mark. Um, I think you guys are going to know what this looks like for you. Some of you are going to be going on vacation. I kind of get a trip. So some of you maybe need to prepare for a journey. I'm hearing the word 4 days. So that may be significant for somebody. It could be 4 days long. It could be 4 days from now. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but um, I do feel like options are going to be coming your way. So just be, like I said, prayerful about what action to take. I feel like if somebody's trying to push you forward, that may be an indication that, there could be manipulation at play, manipulation of the picture. And when I say that, I mean like rush you. Somebody's trying to rush you. Um, I kind of get too like bottlenecks. Somebody's trying to bottleneck, your business, or kind of clog some things up, keep things from actually moving or moving forward. I feel like some of you really consider that as well. Um, Nonetheless, I feel like I don't know why we're talking about this. Obviously, somebody's going to be watching that'll resonate for, but. Um, lots of good things it feels like coming in. I really get an energy of change. We started off with the Five of Pentacles, but then we had the King of Pentacles and then the Emperor. So things are definitely changing in the 3D when I say this. So expect that the people you're connecting with are going to be more willing to invest the time. Okay, they're going to be more willing to spend time like getting to know you, or um, and I just say that because you don't want to be the person that's taking someone for granted or shrugging them off as, oh, you immature, or blah blah blah. You don't want to be the person that's doing that, especially if you've had that done to you. So just make sure. I kind of feel like too, some of you with your questioning, because you probably have a lot. Really look at, what are maybe even the important questions to ask. Some of you may want to kind of like just take some time and jot those in your mind in a sense, do a little scripting to really make sure that what you're saying is what you mean. Um, I feel like that's important. And I say that because after a certain age, it can really make you look bad if what you're saying and what you mean are two different things. Um, it's almost like with age comes wisdom, and it's important that you consider, how certain things could, impact one's character. So, one's reputation, things like that, livelihood. That's always important. Now, if you're me, then you just start a channel where you get to talk about those things. So you get to be unruly as an example of what unruly means. Guys, I feel like this is going to actually lead into the day ahead versus just being right now. So I kind of feel like for those of you, if ain't nobody been talking down to you, if that does happen, I'm really kind of getting the energy of stand your ground and watch what happens. I kind of feel like push back. about who you are. Okay. Don't let anybody treat you insignificantly. I don't feel like you're being unruly. I do feel like you need to, exercise that chip, is what I heard. That chip, some of y'all, is a recording. Some of y'all got picture, y'all got the exercise that chip, that data you guys saved. Some of y'all is some other chips. I don't know. Exercise that chip. Maybe it's some barbell lifts. Nonetheless, I feel like in doing so, though, it changes your vibration and the energy of um, the vibration reflected around you. When you, I don't want to say demand respect, but when you command respect, um, and you don't, it's almost like you don't answer to anything less than that, or you don't respond to anything less than that, then you end up in a position where other people, they won't approach you unless they're willing to give that respect. So that's the only vibration that ends up coming towards you, or the only one that sticks anyway. um, I just heard build your own vibration. BYOV, build your own vibes. That's what you're doing, building your own vibes. Watch, it's working. Just I feel like keep doing what you've been doing. Look at what's not working. Look at what you need to do in order to make it work, or what you need more of in order to make it work. Put your efforts towards, how can I apply myself in order to get more of that? Do what's necessary in order to get more of that. And once you do, you realize you learned how to master the material realm. It's literally that easy. It works with people too. You connect with someone, you like their energy. What did you do in order to connect with them, in order to attract the energy that you attracted? Do more of that, and you'll invite it to you. If it changes, go back and do your assessment. What did I miss? What did I leave out of the ingredients? Because this is not what we got last time. Awareness is really what it is. Awareness and paying attention. So with I just heard you have good luck. So you have good luck. Definitely getting a lot of good luck cards. So those of you who are doing more than just sitting around with your fingers crossed, actually investing the energy and the time and the effort into taking, control of your life, whatever that looks like, well, here come your options. Make your selections wisely. Guys, that's what I have for you. I love you. Like, share, subscribe, and have a good night. Bye for now.